Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mary Agiobo. Our top stories. Federal government begins implementation of oil and gas revenue executive order. Federal government integrates birth registration with school enrollment system. Enugu State grants 90-day amnesty for buildings without approval. And on the foreign scene, United States urges citizens to leave Middle East over escalating tensions. Now the news in details. The federal government has commenced implementation of the Oil and Gas Revenue Executive Order signed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, aimed at strengthening the management of petroleum revenue flows. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, announced that an implementation committee has been inaugurated to ensure full compliance with the directive. A technical subcommittee has also been established to develop transition guidelines for direct remittances into the Federation account. Under the order, contractors handling profit oil, royalty oil, and tax oil will now remit payments directly into the Federation account. In addition, remittances of gas flare penalties into the midstream and downstream gas infrastructure fund have been suspended. Government officials, however, say the directive is designed to safeguard federal revenues, reinforce constitutional compliance, and enhance fiscal stability across all the three tiers of government. The Federal Ministry of Education has formalized a partnership with the National Population Commission to integrate birth registration into Nigeria's school enrollment system. Education Minister Dr. Olatunji Alausa said accurate population data is critical for effective planning, teacher deployment, school siting, and equitable resource allocation. The initiative will ensure proper age placement and strengthen the integrity of academic records. Authorities say enforcement will follow expanded nationwide access to registration services to avoid excluding vulnerable families. Meanwhile, digital integration will also enhance transparency and enable early identification of school dropouts. The partnership includes the establishment of a joint technical working group to harmonize verification procedures and ensure database interoperability. Moving on to the Jigawa Judicial Service Commission approving the compulsory retirement of a Sharia court judge over misconduct and corruption. According to the commission, investigations confirmed allegations that the judge collected unauthorized fees and engaged in unlawful detentive practices. The decision followed a formal petition and a detailed internal revenue process. The commission reaffirmed its commitment to sanitizing the judiciary and maintaining accountability within the legal system. In a separate move, more than 80 judicial staff members were promoted, with senior appointments made within the State Sharia Court of Appeal to strengthen institutional efficiency. Adamu Atiku Abubakar has resigned as Commissioner for Works and Energy Development in Adamawa State. In his resignation letter to Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri, he described his service as an honor and expressed gratitude for the opportunity to contribute to the state's development. His resignation follows the governor's recent political realignment. Adamu was absent during the formal announcement of the administration's defection to a new political platform. Observers said the development adds a new dimension to the evolving political landscape in Adamawa State. The National Emergency Management Agency has commenced the distribution of relief materials to victims of banditry attacks in Kebbi State. Director General of the Zubadia Umar flagged off the exercise, stating that the intervention followed a comprehensive needs assessment in affected communities across multiple local government areas. Officials said the assistance is aimed at providing immediate humanitarian support and restoring stability in impacted communities. Security agencies have, however, intensified operations in the affected areas to restore calm and prevent further attacks. And finally, the University of Ibadan has directed 226 undergraduate students to withdraw over poor academic performance. The decision followed Senate approval of results for the academic session, with students recording a cumulative grade point average below the institution's minimum threshold affected. University authorities described the action as part of routine academic quality control measures aimed at maintaining standards. The institution reaffirmed its commitment to academic excellence while encouraging students to utilize available support systems. We take a pause here, and up next, a news story from the youth sector. Do stay with us.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Welcome back. Glad to have you join us on Housing TV News, and now to the youth sector. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to the 7th Asia Road project in Lagos, describing it as a strategic corridor that will ease congestion around the Lekki Industrial Hub. Minister of Works Dave Umahi said the highway will serve as a major evacuation route for cargo from the Lekki Deep Seaport and the Dangote Refinery, linking them to key transport networks. Officials said the project is expected to reduce logistics bottlenecks, lower transportation costs, and enhance supply chain efficiency nationwide. Authorities have directed accelerated construction timelines while maintaining strict environmental and safety standards. The Enugu State government has announced a 90-day amnesty for property owners without approved building plans. The initiative, coordinated through the Enugu State Geographic Information System, allows owners to regularize their structures by submitting as-built drawings for approval. Authorities warn that construction without proper land titles and building approvals will attract sanctions after the amnesty window closes. The move is part of broader efforts to promote structured urban development and regulatory compliance. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has increased the number of trips on the Abuja-Kaduna corridor in response to rising passenger demand. Management says the revised schedule will improve operational flexibility and enhance service delivery along the busy route. The corridor has previously experienced operational setbacks resulting in reduced capacity and safety adjustments. The corporation reaffirmed its commitment to improving safety, reliability, and overall passenger experience across its network. And on the foreign scene, the United States Department of State has urged American citizens to depart several Middle Eastern countries due to escalating regional tensions. The advisory covers Israel, Iran, and multiple Gulf states amid heightened military activity and security concerns. Officials said the directive is precautionary, encouraging departures through available commercial transportation. The development follows renewed hostilities that have increased geopolitical uncertainty across the region. China's Trade Development Bureau under the Ministry of Commerce has been confirmed as a strategic partner for the Africa Industrialization, Manufacturing and Trade Summit in Lagos. The partnership reflects deepening economic engagement between Nigeria and China, with bilateral trade volumes rising significantly in recent years. Organizers said the summit will focus on strengthening industrial production, expanding local manufacturing capacity, and accelerating sustainable economic growth across West Africa. Policy leaders and industry stakeholders are expected to align trade, finance, and industrial policy frameworks during the high-level gathering. And that's the much we can take on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Thanks so much for watching, but before we go, let's take a recap of our top stories. Federal government begins implementation of oil and gas revenue executive order. Federal government integrates birth registration with school enrollment system. Enugu State grants 90-day amnesty for buildings without approval. And on the foreign scene, United States urges citizens to leave Middle East over escalating tensions. For more news on the housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV on all social media platforms. Download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. I am Mary Agiobo. Bye for now.